Hey guys, guess what? This is Mr. Buysalot. And this is what we just did today. This is cleaning out that house that I posted a video of earlier. This is one of 3 trucks that we filled. So now we are at warehouse location number 2, which you guys have not seen yet. So we are going to take you through a quick walk so my wife doesn't kill me for getting out of unloading the truck that I spent all day loading. And then we'll bring down the second truck, van, and empty it. And here's a bunch of press photos are in those boxes, and this is all cool stuff. Those are movie props. These boxes are full of monster magazines from the 60s, and as you can see, this warehouse is full. A pretty decent sized warehouse. I had actually taken this video a couple days ago before we wound up actually paying for the house and moving that stuff, and I used a selfie stick and it was very, very shaky, so I decided to retake it for you guys. You know, like I said before, these are all press photos and stuff from the newspaper that I bought out, so you can kind of see what they are. These are mostly Ronald Reagan and you know, news articles. Lots of non-sports cards and sports cards. This is just filing cabinets full of that stuff. The furniture is not for sale. My wife has already confiscated it. It is out of a house I bought out in Philadelphia. As you can see, there are lots of boxes of stuff. Over here is obviously comic books, Silver Age, Golden Age, up to modern. There's a little bit of comic art. There's graphic novels in there. I'm just trying to give you guys a quick run through of warehouse number 2. As you can see, it is literally floor to the ceiling of stuff. I know sometimes when you guys see videos like this, you figure most everything's going to be trash. I actually, when I buy out an estate or buy a large collection, as we load it, if it is flea market or just pure garbage, it gets thrown away or put at a different location to go to auction or to flea markets. Everything you see over there underneath the stairwell is about 6 boxes deep, and it's all sports cards. Mostly newer. There's some older stuff. Back there you see a 3-shelf rack. That 3-shelf rack is all early ephemera. The bottom is from a train station I bought out, Pennsylvania Railroad. So there's a bunch of letterhead and billhead that is Pennsylvania Railroad and different companies that sold to them for track, you know, cast iron, stuff like that. This whole row here in the center is a bunch of movie programs and then turns into records. So we did kind of organize it a little bit, I guess, by category. The giant pile in the middle that goes through all the way over there and way back is all unsorted. Unsorted being that we have not done anything online with it. We buy out a house, we separate in boxes, so one box is flea market, and then the other boxes to warehouse for our online business, or better than, you know, junk or flea market, and that's what you see in these piles. This is, you know, you can open a box and find Buysalot bracelets, you can open a box and find gold rings, military uniforms, sports items, you know, over there's a Lionel train set. All of these boxes over here are the movie programs that were sold at movie theaters back in the 60s through the early 80s. Just kind of trying to give you guys a quick overview. In the one side back corner, there is a bunch of Shackman merchandise, company that made reproduction Victorian ornaments and Marilyn Monroe and Sonia Hardy and Sonia Henney. Christmas ornaments that were done in Victorian style. I'll try to lift you guys guys up a little bit to give you guys an idea. It is floor to the ceiling. Some stuff is awesome. You know, Fisher-Price Sesame Street. There's a Dark Towers board game I can see from here. That's pretty good. And then there's a bunch. This whole row here is all car brochures from a car dealership I bought out in Michigan. Dating back into the 60s through probably early 2000, late 90s. You know, 100,000 car brochures. Top shelf is obviously musical instruments, a couple bow and arrows, a few fishing things, swords, but lots of musical instruments. The next shelf down is military uniforms, World War II, Korean War, Vietnam, and all the way up to Desert Storm. Then the bottom is larger miscellaneous items. I am trying to get us through. Kind of hard to have a fat guy in a little area, but, you know, we try. So, we're going to kind of bring you guys up through here. Just trying to make this video quick for you. Try to stay under 10 minutes. So that my wife does not kill me for making a video and not unloading the truck. So, obviously, you guys saw the door. And now we're going into the mystery of Treasure Cave. Oh, look, there's lights in Treasure Cave. Okay, here at Treasure Cave, we have, that's a McDonald's collection that I bought. So there's thousands of pieces of McDonald's ephemera, signs, backlights, store displays. There's even pieces of fabric and original artwork for some of the McDonald's boxes, fabric from some of the commercials. Over there are government documents from 1805 to about 1905. So every time, you know, Congress or Senate had a session, they would transcribe, it would get put into books, and those documents are there. So there'd be very, very limited quantities of those made, probably about 500 of each of those books made for the senators. This is the poster room. Whoa, light. These are all movie posters and advertising posters and displays. Most of this is from the 70,000 piece collection that I bought in South Dakota. But all of the totes are filled with lobby cards and posters. As you can see, it's a decent sized room. It's full of posters. And then out here, we'll come down this wonderful cavern, and you'll see we bought roughly a tractor trailer or half a tractor trailer of Oriental collectibles. You really don't see much now, but boxes. I'll try to see if I can show you guys something out of these boxes. Well, there's a lot of umbrella stands that you'll see. Then there's these cool like eggs with wooden bases in 2 or 3 different sizes. There's food dogs. That box there says porcelain dolls, so that's dolls. And then kind of bring you back through here. There will be, I think that SKU number is for a vase. Oh yeah, vases that are kind of like that. They're beautiful, super ornate, gold etched. Probably about 12 inches. Some of them are 8 inches. There's vases that are, you know, pure gold in color. They're just pretty, decorative, from an import company that went out of business. There is actually another room back that direction that you cannot see because it is completely full of boxes of the Oriental items. I'll show you guys this just in case any of you have interest or buyers. I am in negotiations for this currently. There is a family in North Carolina that has about 1,300 paintings. The guy, I know them very well. The guy collected listed artists. You know, he's had some major scores in his life. So, you know, made him very interested in art and paintings. And, you know, you can see there is a lot of paintings, mostly all original paintings. You know, a lot of it is listed artist that he's bought over 35 years. Some of it's very, very cool, but I obviously cannot know everything. So when I buy, I pretty much buy based off of sheer quantity, quality of the work, backstory. You know, I do spend a little bit of time doing research, but, you know, my assumption is that a lot of these paintings are large. I mean, this one here is probably 3.5 foot by 2 foot tall, or 3 foot tall by 4 foot, somewhere in that neighborhood. And awesome, depicting, you know, Indian, Native American imagery. Pretty cool stuff. But they're, you know, that family has 1,300 paintings. Not counting, you know, they probably have some lithos, but it's all signed. But 99% of it is actual paintings. These are all paintings on board. And then back in here is the poster room. You know, just to kind of give you guys an idea that we're on the other side of the poster room. There's this amazing cave of treasures. Never ends. You know, we can obviously flip some forward so that you can see the posters have been bagged on board. A bunch of them. It's got Sean Connery in it. Yeah, they're just random posters. I'm just showing you random stuff. Pretty neat. I love paper. Love paper. I would never marry paper because it would be a very expensive mistress or wife, more so than my current one. She can't hear me right now, so I can say that stuff on camera. But, you know, this is Mr. Buysalot's cave. This is our second warehouse. I'll take and walk back to the cave, turn off the lights in this area, and just give you guys one brief last sweep of the other main part of this warehouse. And then I have to get to work, because if not, I will be sleeping on the couch, and I have to go back to that house again tomorrow to work on the basement. The stuff you saw coming out of the back of that truck, and then my cargo van, and we had already emptied one van earlier, was just what was in the garages and in the shed of that location. So tomorrow I have to go back and we have to box up the basement and get that stuff ready. There's 300 plus nutcrackers in that house that we'll be trying to sell. So as you can see, another day in the life of Mr. Buysalot. Appreciate you guys taking the time to, you know, come with me in case a junkalanche happened. I didn't get hurt this time, so we are good. I also have not made it back over to my wife, who is unloading the truck with my office manager and my son. So look for more videos from us, guys. We're starting to do stuff on YouTube as well, under Mr. Buysalot, and on Facebook. On Facebook, sorry. Okay, guys. Hope to see you watching. If you're on YouTube and you see this, please subscribe. Hit the like button. Your views give us inspiration so that we can make more cool videos for you guys. Thanks. Mr. Buysalot is going to do some physical labor. See you guys.